Hi there. Afraid that's not really something we'd normally do anything about.
What crunchy scales. Scrumptious raw fish. I can't wait until dinner time.
Interested in a book? Interested in a book?
Let me know if you need any weird-tasting ground-up plants. Let me know if you need any weird-tasting ground-up plants.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Medvi. It sounds familiar for some reason. I think it's the name of the last park ranger we had in the Great Shade. He passed a few years ago. Or was it the grandmother of Lady Samira? I can't recall exactly. Lady Samira does have a bit of a reputation for, acquiring things that belong to other people. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
So, Zara has you running around the island like some sort of unpaid assistant. I know how remote some of those hot springs are. It's no small task. And to think you won't see a single glowstone for all your trouble. What a pity for you. But the biggest waste here is how utterly pointless your task was. It's just astounding how much energy you cynics wasted all to crush the happiness of the Divas. Or maybe it's to prove to yourself that you haven't been missing out on something wonderful, which you have. But I'm no psychologist, I'm just a merchant. Don't mind me. I just bring life and joy to a city full of happy customers. Listen here, I will give you 200 glowstones if you give me those hot spring samples and never say another word to Zara. Absolutely not. I'm trying to save myself the public relations nightmare Zara is trying to cause with all her nonsense. You're an absolute fool. I know my elixir extends life as surely as I know the moon will hide the sun tomorrow. But I also know Zara's science won't find anything special in the spring water that will explain it. Or maybe those university snobs don't know everything. Maybe there's something more to that water, something they can't see with their microscopes, something they don't understand. But just because they can't see it with their fancy test, that doesn't mean it's not magical. You have to trust me on that. So, are you going to take the glowstones or not? You and Zara are going to rob so many people of Eastshade's greatest gift.
A fine day for science. How's the hot spring sample collecting going? You do? Fantastic! That can't have been easy. I understand that some of those hot springs are quite remote. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I'm going to get right to analyzing it. It shouldn't take long. Come back in an hour if you want to see the results. This could really put that con artist out of business. Medva is an old bearfolk family name. A few bearfolk around here have ancestors named Medva. Our own ranger, Victor, down at the national park is one that comes to mind. His ancestors were voyagers long ago. From what I've heard around town, Lady Samira also has family in the Medva line.
Wish me luck.
know. The Shez insist that the dream teas should be sacrificed to TM, their goddess. They grow the teas, care for them, then leave the plants to waste. That's fine for them, but now they want to confiscate all of our tea too. What? What did they ask you to do? Oh my. This is a step further than they've ever gone. Ugh! I hate that we have to deal with this nonsense. These nonsense people and their nonsense cause. Could I have this vial? I don't know exactly what it does, but I can only imagine it's a virus that will kill our tea vine. Thank you. I will have this safely disposed of. Thank you for bringing this information to me. We will have to take extra precautions to protect ourselves and our vines from these zealots. Sheesh, these people have really outdone themselves. Here, as a token of my thanks, please take this book. It went out of print years ago. I think I've just about memorized everything in it. From one explorer to another, I think some of these brews will pique your interest. Farewell.
Stay informed. Get the latest issue of the Shadian Post. Pick it up here.
I do love working here in the university, even though my senior Professor Esma can be a bit eccentric at times. You'll never guess what I found! The hot spring water is special. It's full of minerals. There's one mineral in particular. I can't quite match its particle shape to any other known minerals. It may be a new discovery. More study is needed, of course. I can't thank you enough for retrieving these samples for me. This could be an important contribution to science. What? Oh, yeah, that. No, definitely not. Melik's elixir doesn't even contain trace levels of hot spring water. It's just city rain water, the stuff we all drink every day. Definitely. I did some sample comparisons. Seems like he mixed other things in, sweeteners and flavorings by the looks of it. Anyway, definitely not the stuff from any of the springs. Totally different mineral profile. I'll be taking this report straight to the Shadian Post. I know a reporter there who will be very interested. Thank you so much for all your help. We've really done some good here. Oh, that's right! Here you are. Medva is an old bearfolk family name. A few bearfolk around here have ancestors named Medva. Our own ranger Victor down at the national park is one that comes to mind. His ancestors were voyagers long ago. From what I've heard around town, Lady Samira also has family in the Medva line.
Sorry, you can't go up there right now. We're doing some renovations. Oh, go right ahead then. Just be careful, okay? There's a lot of folk on scaffolding holding things like hammers, you know? Have a good one.
What? A box? Why are you bothering me with something like that? I do, actually. Okay, fine. Let's see it. Well, I can't say I ever expected to see this. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm shocked it took her this long to dig it up. Medva was my great-great-grandfather. His mother brought him to Eastshade with nothing to her name except some seeds from their homeland. According to the story, she kept them there, in that very box. She wanted to plant them here so Eastshade would share a piece of home. I can't believe you actually recovered it. It makes sense it would be Lady Samira's scheme, but I can't figure out what she'd want to do with seeds. Doesn't really seem to fit her style. The seeds must still be in here. I've got another key somewhere, unless Samira got to that one too somehow. I think I'll try planting them. In pots, of course. They're an invasive species. Thanks for rescuing this for me. It's nice to have a piece of my family's history.
You know what? This box is basically a historical artifact. It would be nice for other travelers to see a part of immigrant history. Would you mind delivering it to the innkeeper up the hill?
My great-great-grandparents built this lodge. It's held up pretty well, I'd say. With any luck, it'll stay up for many more generations. What an ornate box. Oh, this is the famous seed box of the Medvay family. I guess it's fitting to display it here, this being the place the Medvay settled. Not at all. But us innkeepers, folks tell us things. Just the other night, I heard the wildest story about a strange musical group out in the woods. You ever think of all the interesting stories we hear night after night? I'm gonna set up a nice plaque for this. A traveling box. How fitting for an inn.
You found me, my ring traveler, but you didn't bring the old fish. I suppose some folks would be upset to see that old fish gone. He's been around since before I was a young girl. I'm so glad just to be reunited with my wedding ring. Thank you for bringing it back. Here, have a few glowstones. And thank the great shade you survived. Well, it's hard to be sure. What a mean-spirited old fish. You ever hear the tale of how old Pops came to be so grumpy? No? Oh, you're in for a treat. Well, you see, there was one day old Pops swallowed a bitter frog. So he swallowed this frog, and the taste was so awful, old Pops started thrashing round something terrible. There was a boat nearby, and when old Pops leapt out of the water, he hit it hard. That boat was knocked over, and the captain was real upset. He was yelling and ended up harpooning the giant fish right in the side. Didn't you notice the lard gash on old Pops? So anyhow, old Pops has been bitter ever since. Can't believe you survived fetching my ring from him. That old Pops, he's got it out for us all.
I'm going to start making plans. Thank you so much. I'm so nervous. This is going to be amazing.
Greetings.
Wish me luck.
I have a message for you from North Seas Shipping. Safe travels.
Thanks for listening. What'd you think? Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Today's certainly shaping up to be a good one.
Hello, good friends. Where's your raft?
The salty sea air never gets old. Goodness, that painting of the eclipse is lovely. Is it for me? I bet Sandra put you up to this. Ah, this is lovely. You're too kind. I'm going to hang this in the room upstairs. Take care now. Heading back to the mainland? Do you already have a ticket or are you looking to buy? Oh, you were on the Annabelle. Terribly sorry about that. Do you wish to board now? You don't have to take this ship. There are many coming through, all going to the mainland. Your ticket is valid for any North Seas shipping vessel. Have a nice trip. Heading back to the mainland? Do you already have a ticket or are you looking to buy? Oh, you were on the Annabelle. Once you board, there's no turning back. You'll be mainland bound. Are you done with all your business here in Eastshade? We've got you in the very best room. Go right ahead. Have a nice trip.